Hello football lovers, especially Chelsea fans. Let me introduce myself. My name is UB Pawada. As usual, I will provide the latest and most updated news that I have summarized for you. But before that, I want to remind you, don't forget to subscribe, so you always get notifications every day. As usual, before we start, I would like to thank those who have commented on my previous videos. Thanks to Olawaleolo Wojo from Nigeria, UB Francis Leko from Nigeria, Muhammad Abdul Salam from Nigeria, Sunday Louis from Nigeria, Lolo Fukis, Eze Arinze from Nigeria, Amin Conte, Kingson Kennedy, Limpo Cabuela from Zambia, Abulo from Nigeria, Pif Viva from Malaysia, Nathan Katente from Zambia, John Ewuzi, Amin Conte, Prince Samuel from Lagos, Nigeria, Jersey from Jamaica, Lolo Fukis from Ghana, Lee Habibullah Abubakar Siddiq from Nigeria/Ghana, Eze Solomon Arinze, Hagaisin Yangwesin Yangwe, Abakedus from South Africa, Abulo from Nigeria, Ibangaedem, Michael Chitsikwa, Mojalefat Choeo, Imo Sunday from Nigeria, Rufusudi, Muzuki Sinombe, Patrick Cheruyot. And all friends can leave comments below this video so I can mention it in the next video. Thank you and enjoy watching. Did you know that Chelsea doesn't want to sell Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall to Aston Villa, even though he rarely plays in the Premier League, only 43 minutes? Why is Chelsea still holding on to him? It turns out, Chelsea doesn't want to sell to Villa, because they are competing for a place in Europe. Chelsea is in 3rd position, Villa is in 9th, but only 1 point apart. If he sells to Villa, Chelsea will be helping their direct rival. This is the main reason why they chose to keep Dewsbury-Hall, even though he rarely plays. In fact, Dewsbury-Hall could have moved to Villa, who has the opportunity to play more often, especially if Villa managed to qualify for European competition. However, Chelsea doesn't want to weaken their rivals. With the competition getting tighter, this decision has made many people curious whether Dewsbury-Hall will stay or be crossed out in the January transfer window. Do you think Chelsea will sell Dewsbury-Hall in January or keep him? Write your opinion in the comments column. Noni Madueke has clarified his stance after receiving sharp criticism from Rio Ferdinand, who accused him of being disrespectful to his teammates during Sunday's match against Arsenal. Madueke's criticism came after he was seen heading straight for the tunnel after being replaced by Mykhailo Mudryk in the 68th minute. Ferdinand, who was commentating on the match, deemed the Chelsea winger's actions as an act of disrespect to the team. "It was very disrespectful to my teammates," Ferdinand said. "The manager who protected him was crazy. That should be a 2-week ban." However, Madueke immediately gave an explanation for his actions. "I literally just went to the tunnel to go to the toilet, and I was back in 30 seconds, said Madueke. "If you often see me being substituted, I always go straight to the tunnel because that's my habit." Enzo Maresca also commented on Madueke's dissatisfaction when being substituted. "The problem is, when a player is substituted, they are never happy," said Maresca. Despite being offended by the substitution, Madueke has continued to show impressive performances this season. He just performed brilliantly for the England national team in a 3-0 win over Greece last week. With his performances continuing to improve, Madueke feels satisfied to be able to contribute to England at the start of his international career. Madueke said, "I feel like I've done my job. I scored the first goal and was a threat until I was substituted. That's what I try to bring every time I go on the pitch." Manchester United could exploit Christopher Nkunku's situation at Chelsea. Could a January move happen? Fabrizio Romano has provided an update on Manchester United's interest in Christopher Nkunku ahead of the January transfer window. Despite reports linking Nkunku with United, Romano confirmed on his YouTube channel that the Red Devils have not yet made contact with Chelsea over a move for the France international. Despite United's interest in Nkunku being clear, the two clubs have not yet held talks over a potential transfer, with Chelsea reportedly valuing the 27-year-old at £52 million. The news comes amid United's goal-scoring struggles this season. Having scored just 12 goals in their first 11 Premier League games, United are looking to add more firepower to their attack. Nkunku, who joined Chelsea from RB Leipzig last season, has endured a difficult start to life in West London due to injury. Despite being Chelsea's top scorer with 10 goals this season, he has not started a Premier League game since August. With limited playing time under Enzo Maresca, Nkunku could be open to a move in the near future. and United could be in a strong position to capitalize on the situation. With the transfer window approaching, it remains to be seen whether Manchester United will pursue a deal for Nkunku, but the player's situation at Chelsea could open the door to a potential move. Chelsea have recently changed their transfer plans ahead of the January transfer window. The Blues had initially planned to bring in a new left-back, but after the impressive form of Cucurella, those plans have now changed. After a less than promising start at Stamford Bridge, Cucurella has finally rediscovered the form that previously shone for him at Brighton. In recent weeks, his performances have convinced manager Enzo Maresca, and he has placed his full trust in the Spanish defender. As a result, Chelsea have now scrapped plans to bring in a new left-back and will instead focus on strengthening other areas of the team. With an impressive start to the season, Maresca's faith in Cucurella has been a breath of fresh air for Chelsea. However, this also raises a new question. Will Chelsea strengthen elsewhere in the January transfer window, or is the squad already strong enough to finish the season strong? Meanwhile, Ben Chilwell's future at Chelsea is increasingly uncertain. The England international left-back continues to be linked with a move away, having been displaced by Cucurella and Renato Vega. Will Chilwell choose to find a new club to get more playing time? Cole Palmer has made a stunning statement about his ambitions at Chelsea. After making a stunning start to life at Stamford Bridge, his biggest goal in his career is to win trophies and claim the Ballon d'Or. Given his brilliant form so far, who could doubt his ability? Palmer's rise to the top has been swift. He has almost inevitably become one of the Premier League's best players, and was even named the Premier League's Young Player of the Year last season, after scoring 22 goals and providing 11 assists. Interestingly, before last season, Palmer had not even scored a single Premier League goal and was not even in the England squad conversation. However, his impressive form earned him his England debut, and even scored the equaliser in the Euro 2024 final against Spain. Now Palmer faces another big challenge. Can he maintain the form he showed last season? So far, the answer is clear. In 11 games this season, Palmer has scored 7 goals and provided 5 assists, although he is now facing increased scrutiny from his opponents. Chelsea legend John Obi Mikel hopes Palmer can be more consistent in the big games. However, Palmer remains optimistic. In an interview with The Telegraph, he revealed his goals at Chelsea. Trophies. Ballon d'Or. That's the goal. I've only been at this level for 1 year, he said. Palmer may be young and inexperienced at the highest level, but with his incredible contribution so far, the sky seems to be the limit for him. So can Cole Palmer make his ambitions come true? With the talent he possesses, there's no denying his dream of winning a major trophy and the Ballon d'Or. Chelsea are preparing a big move in the upcoming January transfer market by focusing their attention on Benfica's young defender, Tomas Araujo. The Blues are reportedly ready to recruit Araujo to strengthen their defense, which has so far experienced difficulties. The 22-year-old defender is considered to have great potential and could be an important part of improving Chelsea's defense in the long term. Araujo, who has shown solid quality at Benfica, is now Chelsea's main priority. Chelsea are ready to work hard to secure the signature of a player who is considered to have similar abilities to Ruben Dias, the Manchester City defender, who was very successful in the Premier League. Chelsea see Araujo as a solution to strengthen their defense. The centre-back sector has indeed been a major problem for the Blues, with several injuries to key players such as Wesley Fofana and Benoit Badiashile. Although Chelsea have brought in several new defenders, Araujo is considered a young talent who could be a long-term pillar in the back line. Chelsea hope that Araujo can follow in the footsteps of other successful young Benfica defenders who have shone in the Premier League. If the transfer goes through, Araujo is expected to help strengthen Chelsea's defense while providing a more stable and young option for the club's future. However, the transfer will not be easy, with Benfica likely to find it difficult to let one of their mainstay defenders go mid-season. With all eyes on Araujo, Chelsea are ready to move quickly in January to ensure that the Portuguese can be part of their big plans for next season. Unexpectedly, Chelsea are ready to sell young midfielder Carney Chukwuemeka in the January transfer market. And there is surprising news: Ipswich Town are ready to snatch him. Chukwuemeka, who was bought by Chelsea from Aston Villa, was initially seen as the future of the team, but unfortunately, he struggled to find a place in Chelsea's starting 11. This season, Chukwuemeka has only played 3 times in all competitions, and more surprisingly, none of them in the Premier League. Chelsea are ready to release him in January. Ipswich Town are the club interested in bringing in Chukwuemeka. They hope to use their relationship with Chelsea to bring the 21-year-old midfielder to Portman Road. They have already signed Omari Hutchinson from Chelsea in the summer, and now Chukwuemeka could be the next player to join Ipswich to help their struggle in the Premier League. Chelsea initially priced Chukwuemeka at £40 million, but now they are reportedly ready to accept a lower offer to speed up his move. This could be a great opportunity for Ipswich Town. Will Chukwuemeka move to Ipswich? Or will someone else come in and snatch him? We'll see in January. But one thing's for sure, this transfer window is going to be very interesting. Do you think Chukwuemeka would be a smart move for Ipswich? Or is there another club who should take this opportunity? Comment below. Jadon Sancho has heaped praise on teammate Tyreek George after his impressive display in the UEFA Europa Conference League. George, who is just 18, made his first start for Chelsea in last week's 8-0 win over Armenian side Noah. Having previously made his Chelsea first-team debut in the Conference League playoff against Servette, George was outstanding in the win. 6 Chelsea players scored in the match, including Joao Felix and Christopher Nkunku, who each scored twice. Speaking to Chelsea's official website after the match, George expressed his desire to continue getting more playing time and making an impact, whether that be by scoring goals or providing assists. "I just want to enjoy every opportunity I get, because opportunities like this don't come every day," he said. Sancho expressed his support on social media, writing on X, "We will definitely reproduce this photo. Tyreek has the world at his feet, an incredible guy and very humble. He deserves every success that comes his way. See you at training on Monday, bro." Sancho's praise for George further underlines the youngster's immense potential.